the Dallas Library. I'm Lisa, and I am here to do a program about Memorial Day. So this weekend is Memorial Day, and for those of you that don't know, it is a day that we use to remember, to honor, and to mourn all of the people that have died in service to our country in any branch of the military. So some of you might see my little flower here. It's a little red poppy, and this has significance on Memorial Day from World War I. There was a Canadian doctor that was stationed in Belgium, and he wrote a poem about the fields there where the poppies all grew, because it reminded him of hope and all, and it was where there was a battle and a lot of people did die. He wrote a poem called In Flanders Fields, and I'm going to read that to you now, and then I'll show you how to make a little poppy like that. In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. So even though that was written for veterans of World War I, it's still something that's used for remembrance of veterans of any war during any time period. So these are some of the little poppies that I've made, and I'll show you how to make one. You're going to want to cut out 3 circles. I don't know if you could see the tracing on here. There's a very medium-sized circle, a little smaller, and a little bit smaller. You cut out your 3 circles. Then you can use tissue paper, you can use crepe paper like this, or if you don't have that, you can even use construction paper. So you'll have 3 circles. 1, 2 is a little bit smaller, and the third one will be even smaller. And I didn't cut them out exactly round, they're just kind of like an odd freeform shape. It gives it a little bit more of a petally look. So you're going to take your biggest one and put a tiny little dot of glue in the center. Not very much, because especially with tissue paper, you can see I put just a tiny little dot, and then you're going to take your next biggest flower and just put it on top of there, centered. 1 more little dot, like that, and you'll take your third circle, the smallest one, and put it right in the middle there. It'll just kind of hold them together. So now you'll have 3 layers of paper. You can't really see them separated. They're just on top of each other. Then you can take a black button, or if you have just construction paper, you can use some black paper. I'm going to use the button, and I have a piece of wire here. So I'm going to thread the wire through the 2 holes of the button, like that. So it's threaded through. And I'm just going to take that and make sure my wire ends are together. And then just stick it right through the center of that flower. And feed it through until it comes all the way up to your button. Then you can put a tiny little bit of glue underneath your button on your paper, and push that all the way up to the top. And you can hold it there for a few minutes and then put it aside so it can dry. So I'm going to just put that one aside here. This is one that I made yesterday. It's already dry, and it was kind of flat, but then if you just take it and crinkle it up like this and fluff it up, it'll make it look a little bit more 3D, and there you go. You have your flower. You could put it on anything to decorate it. You can put it in your hair, wherever you'd like. You can also use construction paper for the center and just glue it in there. You don't even need to have the wire, but the wire is nice because it can bend and go on a lot of different things to decorate. Now the last thing I want to do today is read you a story. This one here is about America, a primer. A is for America, the land that we love. You can see there the Statue of Liberty from Ellis Island. B is for the birthday of this nation of ours. C is for the Constitution that binds us. D is for the Declaration that proclaimed we were free. E is for equality. F is for freedom and the flag that we fly. G is for God, in whom we trust. H is for heroes and for ideals. J is for Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson, that wrote the Declaration of Independence. K is for King, Martin Luther King. L is for Lincoln, our 15th president. M is for Madison, the father of the Constitution. N is for Native Americans who came here first. O is the oath that new Americans take. P is for the patriotism that fills our hearts with pride. Q is for America's quest for the new, the far, and the very best. R is for the rights we are guaranteed, like freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to keep and bear arms, and the right to trial by jury. T is for tolerance. U is for the United States. V is for the valor shown by those who've kept us free. And that's what Memorial Day is all about. W is for Washington, George Washington, our first president. X marks the spot where the Pilgrims landed, where the Liberty Bell is. Y is for you, and all you will be in this greatest of countries, the land of the free. Z is the end of the alphabet, but not of America's story. Strong and free, we will continue to be an inspiration to the world. Thanks for tuning in. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend, and keep looking on our website for opening for curbside. Thanks. Bye.